Alright, we're going to continue on with that engine now. You can see I've got the rocker cover off and the other rocker cover off, and we've got the brand new gaskets on there as well. We've got all of the parts laid out here. This is a timing chain and the tensioners and all that sort of thing comes in a kit. We're putting a new fan belt on there, or pulley belt. We're putting a new one on here. You can see I've got the timing cover here. And we've got all new a new rubber for here. You've got to have a new rubber for that, and a new rubber goes over there, and behind this thing is a rubber as well. So we've got that, got the pulley over there, and all of the engine parts are here. Now let's go over and have a look at the motor. I know we're going through this very quick, but I'm just going to explain exactly what we've done now. All right, on this car, the oil pressure, you see I've got the intake manifold off. These covers here, I've got the new gaskets on over there. They're just pretty easy to take off, just a few bolts to take that off, and then the cover off. See, we've only just moved that to one side, and we've moved the power steering to one side, and we've moved the air conditioner to one side. And regardless of what people say, you don't need to take the radiator out, and you don't need to take the fans out, because look at that, there's tons of room. Let's give you an idea. There's here, you've got to go all the way across here to there, to the fans. So there's like a whole arm's length there. So don't worry about that. Now we've got the timing chains to put on, and what we're going to do is take this one off first, and then put it to the second timing mark, and then put the other chains on. You can see I've cleaned up here already. You got to scrape all of that old glue and muck off, and you see I've got that perfectly shiny there. And what happened with this one, I'll go down in here, is that this bottom sprocket there, see, gets worn on the top, and it's spun around on the chain, and the chain tensioner, because it lost oil pressure, the chain tensioner didn't work, which is here. And if I can get a bit of the chain here, it's wobbly, the chain on the bottom's wobbly. So that's what happened, it lost oil pressure, and because the chain wasn't working. So you don't need to move that alternator there. You just move everything out of the way, and taking the cover off is pretty easy. You just got to wiggle it out, because it's got somewhere in here, it's a locator. Oh, there, it's got a locator in there, and you've got to wiggle it off. So I didn't have to take the valley cover, these intake manifold things off. Other people take them off, you don't have to. The only problem is that it gets stuck on here when you try to take it off. But if you undo this and take it off, and then the rocker cover comes off, and this one comes off easy. So I'm just gonna show you the timing belts and chains there. And as you can see over here, we've got all of the parts here. There's the bottom sprig that goes on. We're going to replace that. It's the one that goes on the crankshaft. And then there are the two idlers chains as well. And there's the other chains as well. It comes in a kit. If you get the GMH one, it's like $1,000 or $1,500, depends if you can get it off eBay. And then what we're doing now is we're putting a new oil pump in it as well, and we're putting a brand new water pump in it as well too, because you're an idiot if you don't change the oil pump and you need cam tools as well. We bought the cam tools. You need them to hold the cams in place while you put the chains on. And so we'll just come over and I'll show you the water pump. There's our setup there. We've got the lights shining, the tools all laid out, all the parts laid out. It makes it easy for the job, you know. And here's our new O-rings. They're the O-rings that's going in the timing cover. That one there goes in the timing cover. That one goes in the top. That one goes in the top as well. Where is it? Yeah, that one goes in the top. And this is the brand new one for the crank. And here is the new water pump. What's that? Yeah, there it is there. Brand new water pump's going in. So they're not that much, I don't know, they're $100 or $150 or something, and if you don't put it in, you've got to go through all of this trouble in your engine to do it all again. So you want the car to last at least another 150,000 Ks, right? So there it is. I'm going to stop now and we'll get back into it when we're going to take the chains off. Alright folks, we're cracking on with this timing chain rebuild. We've got the oil pump here, the cam tools and everything, and we're just about to put it all together. So you can see I've got the whole kit there. We've got a new tensioner pulley. You really should get one of them, as well as the new intake manifold gaskets. There you can see the intake manifold there. And we got a new fan belt as well. And you can see that I've reconditioned the timing cover, right? There it is there. Looks like brand new. Now, there's no rubber seal in there. But in this bag here, we've got the rubber seal. And we've got all of this. We've got this seal here as well too, that one. And the one over there too. And we've got this one here. Is really important to get. I'll turn it over. There's a gasket that goes in there. So it's got like a little handle there and another little handle there. And that one, you need to get that gasket as well. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And these are and this is the new water pump that goes right here on the other side. And here is the gaskets for it all in this bag here. So I'll just quickly take them out. There's the gasket with the handles on it that goes there. So you need that and the round circle one that goes there. Here it is. That's the gasket for the water pump. You need that. And also you need this here. That's the round circle that goes in there. And you need this one right in here. There's the black ring that goes right in there. So you need all of that when you're putting it back in. And there, my friends, is the water pump. And you need one of them as well. If you don't change it while you got all of this off, you're mad. You're absolutely mad if you don't change all of this while it's off. Because if you get a broken water pump or a broken oil pump, and you put it all back together, then you've got to take all of this off again. And I'll just put it all back in there because you need to keep everything together. So that's it. Just power washed it, brushed it, and then resprayed it all. So it's reconditioned. And I did that with the pulley wheel as well. You can see that's all been power washed. And there's all of the kit ready to go in. Now I'll go and show you the engine, and I'll show you what we've done so far. Oh, there. In there you can see there's a light shining in there, but there's the cams, and I'm going to show you what we did. Here's the motor here, and you can see it's all nice and clean and tidy. Here we've emery clothed all of that so it's perfectly shiny, and that there as well too. Look, that's how it should be. It shouldn't have no marks on it, and it's beautiful and smooth all the way around there. Look, it's clean. And what we did is got the vacuum cleaner. When you take these off, they got dirt in them all the way along here, and so with a really strong vacuum cleaner we sucked up all the dirt. But we took the cams out. There's one cam that goes in there and another cam in there, and the reason we did that is so that we could just clean it all up inside there. And you can see it's all nice and clean. And when we come across here, by the way, you don't need to take all of that intake manifold thing off. And you can see all of that's nice and clean all the way along, up there, around there, and down there. It's all perfectly clean, and all down here in the engine where we're going to put this timing chain on it, and we've cleaned it all the way down there, right around here, and back up here. It's all nice and good. So there's the motor with all of the chains off, and the two cams out on the top. We just took the cams out just to give it a bit of a clean in there, and then we're going to put the cams back in there, and then we're going to put the chains back in there, and that should be pretty easy. And then we'll get back to you when it's all when we're going through it, show you how to put it all back together, and that'll be it. It'll all be done, and we'll bring you back for the startup, and should be all good. Easy done.